After yesterday's day off, the Bourne Braves are back in action here at Veterans Field to take on the Chatham Anglers. Hello and welcome to Pregame Tomahawk Talk. I'm Adam Gockin alongside Nathan Schwartz and Cam Mena. And Nathan, yesterday was day 3 in the MLB draft. We saw a lot more Bravos taken. And the big thing that really stands out to me, and I think a lot of people from the draft this year, is not just the amount of Braves in general drafted, but the amount of guys that were on this 2024 team.
Yeah, 10 guys drafted that were on this year's squad, including Ben Hartle, who was just taking at-bats the other day before the off day. That was the only active player on Bourne's roster that was selected. But out of those entire 24 that were drafted, which is tied for the most out of any Cape team this year, the fact that you had 10 guys that were on this year's team, I think speaks a whole lot about just the talent recruitment that Coach Landers and this entire coaching staff has. And the 24 guys in total just speaks a testament to the reason why Bourne brought home 2 back-to-back trophies.
Well, it absolutely does, and this team's trying to get back into the win column today after a 2-game skid before the off day, and to do that, they're going to need a quality start from Chase Meyer.
And they've gotten the quality starts so far. You look at these back-to-back games, Bourne has only allowed 2 runs total, and the starting pitching has got it done. The bullpen, they've gone deep. They've done their job. We saw Chase Meyer in that 6-0 shutout win against Hyannis. He came in for 2 innings, showed a lot of fire in that rainy, and we saw the standoff in the bullpen. There was a lot going on, but he did a good job then. Already pitched against this Chatham team that's going to look very different. They've lost, and they've changed a lot of different things in the roster, but went 1 clean inning back on the 29th, so a guy from the bullpen role to the starting role, looking for a quality start once again.
And he's going to need a lot of help today from the bats, an offense that has been pretty... Thanks, that's Camden Coastal there. And we're going to need a lot of help here today from the bats, who had an incredible 3-game stretch, but kind of fell off the last couple of days.
The only one run in each of the last 2 games, I should say, and the pitching's been there, right? 7 runs given up in the last 2 games, a 4-1 loss and a 3-1 loss. So really just looking to get the offense back on track today. You get a new addition with Ben Hartle leaving, Chase Meggers from Oregon into this lineup, and he's going to bat third right off the bat. Ethan Conrad not in the lineup today, so we'll see how that affects the Bourne lineup as well.
Well, we'll see the new guy Meggers in the first inning. You don't want to go anywhere. First pitch coming up soon here from Veterans Field. Adam Gockin here with Davis Gillespie out of Southern Miss ahead of Bourne taking on Chatham. Davis, you guys had the off day yesterday. How important is it to have those days off to reset when you're in the midst of a summer where you're playing games pretty much every single day?
Oh, they're crucial. They're almost as important as the games themselves, because, you know, playing 6 days a week up here isn't the easiest, so getting a day off is always important for your body.
How different is it playing 6 days a week every single day here during the summer than at school when you're only really playing on the weekends and a midweek every once in a while?
Yeah, it's definitely a different approach, you know. Like you said, 6 games here, 4 at school ball. So it's all about finding a consistent routine that you can get in, you know, keep your body and your mind at its best shape every day.
And there were 10 guys who played on the team this year drafted over the last couple of days. Have you ever, taken a step back and kind of realized how cool it is, how special it is up here yet?
Yes, for sure. I can't take it for granted because, you know, this is the best league in the country for collegiate baseball players. My roommate, Nolan Sparks, just got drafted. You know, it's just surreal how I was living with him the other week.
It is pretty crazy up here. Another thing, this team has had a pretty interesting last week. You guys had potentially the 3 best offensive games of the season and then a couple rough ones. What goes into just trying to turn it back around and get back to where you guys were a couple days ago?
I'm not getting too far ahead of ourselves, realizing that, you know, we're a good group of players. A couple games isn't going to define our season, so getting back in it, you know, today will be huge for us.
And today you're not in the starting lineup, but there's always a chance that you can get in the game at any point. What do you do to try and make sure that you're ready for whenever your name is called?
Just really pay attention to the game, you know. Try to learn something even if you're not in it, and, you know, get better even then.
All right, well, thank you very much, Davis.
Thank you.
Adam Gockin, now joined by Sean Brennan here on Pregame Tomahawk Talk, ahead of Bourne taking on Chatham. And Sean, this is a Chatham Anglers team that has been one of the best in the league in the month of July and on fire recently, winning 4 in a row.
They've just been on a tear. Like you said, they won 4 in a row. They're 9-3 in July, so really firing on all cylinders, and it's been just all-around good baseball. They've been top of the league in average on base. They get on base, they steal bases, kind of create havoc. Bourne's a team that leads the league in stolen bases. Well, Chatham isn't far behind. I believe they're in 3rd, and yeah, their pitching's also very good, a good staff that has a low ERA. So, you know, this is kind of a time where Bourne's playing them where everything's going right for the A's.
And a big part of the pitching success is the guy who's on the mound today for Chatham, someone who's already making his 6th appearance of the season.
Yeah, Tyler Kozera out of UCF. He didn't play a whole lot in this past season, his his freshman year, but he did show some promise when he did play, and he's been very solid here on the Cape in 6 appearances. His last appearance started out good, but towards the end he gave up a couple home runs, inflated that ERA a little bit. He ended up with 4 earned runs against in 6 2/3 innings, so a long outing there. But that shows that Chatham trusts him, and he's definitely been showing what he can do on the Cape.
Well, it should be a really interesting game. First pitch coming up at 7 p.m. here at Veterans Field.